Hello, everybody. Welcome back to Boss Rush Network. I'm Corey, and with me, as always, is that retro code Eddie V.
Hello,
of
everybody.
Pal Block Podcast fame. I'll
Yes.
say. Ed, we're here with longtime friend, first time in person for me. I know you guys have met a few times, but
My lunch buddy from the city.
our friend Greysun Morales. Greysun, it's great to finally
Hello.
see you in person. This is great. How you doing? How's your flight in?
Doing well. It's weird doing a video podcast.
I know.
I've never done a video,
Yeah.
video podcast in person before. I'm always like in front of my computer in
Yeah.
my house
Yes.
alone.
Yeah,
So it's weird.
yeah, it was kind of weird the first 5 minutes we did this the other day because like so used to looking at somebody in a screen that's like this big, and then you see them in person and it's like you're taller
I
than
can make eye
maybe,
contact
or
with both of you.
eye contact with people, something that I have a hard time with. That's cool. That's what medication is for, I guess, or dispensaries or wherever you get your
Relaxing.
Yes. But anyways, Greysun, for people who don't know who you are you? What do you do? Why are you important? Why are you the person everybody goes to get to other people?
That is not true. Even though everyone that just walked
I know.
into this room, I just happen to know. It's fine. But no, my name is Greysun Morales. For those that don't know me, I am the lead guides editor at Rant.com.
Yes.
So I pretty much lead our team of freelancers and plan and prep a lot of our strategy guide content for new releases like Dragon's Dogma 2,
Yeah,
Rise of the Ronin,
how's-
Princess Peach Showtime.
How are those guides going for you?
Doing well.
Very
I've
large
actually
games.
been playing Dragon's Dogma 2 the past like 2 weeks.
Oh, nice. How is it?
It's really fun.
Yeah.
It's a
I
really
love
good
this.
game.
Is
It's
it?
getting a lot of
There's definitely some butts to it if you're someone who's like not into like
Monster Hunter.
old archaic systems.
Yeah.
and
There's
stuff like that.
butts to every game.
I know it's getting a lot of love from a lot of people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
From its release, and a lot of people already gave it Game of the Year nomination. So it's interesting.
I think I put in like 15 actual gameplay time, maybe 20, 16, 17. And I would say it's like one of my favorite games this year for sure.
That's awesome.
Probably top 3 maybe so far.
Cool.
Capcom in the building running.
And the reviews are really good, but there's been a lot of problems with like Steam release or something. Like there's been a bunch of microtransactions. I had no idea the game was gonna have
Yeah.
microtransactions, but these are not. You don't need to buy any of these things to
Yeah.
like, finish the game or play. Like you can just play the game without worrying about that stuff.
Yeah.
But people are giving it like mixed reviews or like negative reviews because of that, which is kind of stupid.
Yeah, I heard
Yeah.
it was getting review bombed on Steam for that. I don't know if this is true. I just heard some people talking earlier today actually that you have to pay to change what your character looks like.
I think you can pay a microtransaction to like delete your character or something. I don't know if there's a way to do that without that yet.
Yeah.
I've never wanted to delete my character and start over from scratch yet, but
Yeah.
I think that might be like a
Yeah.
thing you have to pay for, which kind of sucks.
Yikes.
Well,
That's I guess an issue. There's also these like items you can buy that there's these really rare items you can find that can revive your pawns if you die or revive yourself.
Mhm.
You need like 3 of them to make one of the items.
Yeah.
You can buy them
Yeah.
with real cash if you want, which is kind of like
Yeah.
you're paying to revive my characters, which is
yeah, that's Capcom's been doing that
I take
for a while though,
everything I said-
because
I
like
take everything I said back about.
they've been. I mean, even with stuff like Resident Evil, you can like buy that whatever gold pass for the
Yeah.
extra, playthrough with all the weapons and stuff before.
It's so funny that Dead Space 3 did this. That you had to pay to play.
The best Dead Space game, some say.
No. The worst.
So to see that kind of microtransaction DLC stuff come back nowadays, Red still has that anger towards it.
But it's a really good game. Like I wish I could have my PS5 with me to keep playing it because I just like I can't stop thinking about it.
Yeah.
Nice.
It has that like Elden Ring-ness to it where like there's a lot of secrets to uncover. Like there's no markers all over the map like a Ubisoft game. You know, it's very just like go where you want to go. Like you don't have to follow the main quest at all. The side quests are really fun and like long. Oh, usually they're long, but some of them are really short. But there's not like a lot of markers or like it's not telling you exactly where to go. So it's very like mysterious and stuff. Like
Breath of the Wild.
you don't even know how to. Sometimes you don't even know how to initiate the quest. You just like the NPCs will like run up to you when you're in their town or whatever.
Oh, that's
like,
cool.
oh, can you help me find my lost?
And
book?"
does this feel
That's
very
awesome.
feels very different than Monster Hunter? Does it feel
Yeah, because Monster Hunter isn't an open world. You know, it's just like I would say the only similarities Monster Hunter this game has is in the combat maybe because you're kind of like with a group of people fighting
Yeah.
these large monsters. that doesn't happen super often when you're fighting like large monsters. It's usually just little like ogres and elves and stuff like that. And you can climb the monsters too, which is really really fun.
Okay.
Nice.
But it's all very janky in a funny way. Like your character can just like fly off the enemies and you get hit in like a ragdoll physics.
Yeah.
Nice.
That's really fun, and like it's nice when you have these pawns that have been with you for a long time, and you like name them and stuff, and then they end up dying or something. Because if they fall in the water has like this poison in it, which I didn't know until like I got into it. I like lost like 2 of my pawns or something. I'm like,
No.
I loved it. It was like the
That's funny.
early few hours, but it's kind of an obtuse. I feel like I'm not selling it well. I'm like it's obtuse old
It's
arcade.
you're really selling it, Greyson.
Yeah, like I've seen reviewers say it feels like almost a remake of like the first game.
Yeah.
Which is
Oh.
it's kind of I've only played the first one for a few hours on Switch, but it does feel very similar. It doesn't have many modern advances like in fast travel and stuff like that. You have to walk a lot. Like it's
Yeah. That's why you need Grayson's guide at Game Rant.
yeah.
Coming soon, I should say.
I mean, I have a lot of guides already
Yeah.
published today, so
Yeah. What else are you playing? Are you doing any Final Fantasy? I know Final Fantasy VII's on everyone's
I
mind.
had to kind of scrap it to get into Dragon's Dogma.
Right.
I played like 3 hours, and I know I'm gonna love it, but I kind of had to.
Put it to the side.
I got
Yeah.
to come back to you, and I have to do this. I'm definitely excited to jump into Princess Peach Showtime. Honestly, if I wasn't playing Dragon's Dogma, I would be playing that. But I kind of need to finish that and wrap it up before I.
Yeah.
Even though it actually might be a good companion game because it's a Princess
Yeah.
Peach Showtime.
Yeah.
A lot of people are probably gonna be picking that game up next week because of PAX.
And all these and Rise of the Ronin came out today too, so it's
Yeah.
just like so many things.
Oh, I really want to see what people think about that game because it's literally been a controversy with that game.
Yeah.
With the graphics,
Yeah.
I should say.
I've heard that game get compared to many things, all of which I don't see. I saw Assassin's Creed mixed with Ghost of Tsushima, mixed with like Tecmo Koei action Muso games. I'm like, I don't know. This kind of just seems like its own.
It looks
thing.
like Ghost of Tsushima every time I see like
Yeah.
gameplay. And I love Ghost of Tsushima. For some reason, this game is. I was like, I'm not really
Yeah.
interested in it.
It's a Tecmo Koei game. Like,
Yeah.
You're
And
either
I-
into that or you're not, I think.
Yeah, and I heard like the story's not that great, but their games never been really focused on
story.
the narrative. It's more like the combat, and I hear the combat's fun, so that's good. But I think like the open world stuff probably is not as fun as like other. It just seems like it takes a lot of stuff from other stuff and doesn't really do its own thing.
Yeah.
That's something I'm not gonna buy it, but I would maybe rent it like after
Yeah.
these busy weeks.
It feels like 6 months from now, if it's on PlayStation Plus, a year from now, maybe
It-
you try it out.
It really feels that Tecmo Koei has actually gone into a new direction with their games because they did that Monster Hunter style game for EA,
Wild Hearts. Yeah.
Wild Hearts. They, Neo and stuff like that. It looked like they actually went into that genre and haven't did like an action level based game in a long
It's the
time.
first like open world game. Well, I guess Wild Hearts is kind of open world, but not like this game.
Yeah, it's just really like that direction is so weird. If you don't get that, then it's going to be a Nintendo style game, like Three Hopes or Three Houses. Like,
Did Neo 2 get like good reviews? Like people like that game?
yeah, Neo
I
2
feel
was
like their
pretty
games
good.
have been kind of like mixed.
I-
lately.
I feel like people like Neo 1 better. I feel like people liked Neo 2, but not as well received as Neo 1
Yeah,
to that extent. So definitely no Metroid Other M though. Another
like that
Tecmo.
game.
I
I
know.
love that
I
game.
think.
That's
I think.
probably my
I think
favorite
we're.
Koei Tecmo game.
I think we're the only 3 people in the world that actually kind of like that game in some fashion.
it's my game of the year.
Game of the year forever.
Yeah,
It's at Super Nintendo, though.
think-
You can't.
I think just because I was so used to Wii already, I was like,
Yeah.
I like the controls.
but
like,
I
Yeah.
think it was the thing about, like I was telling Corey on Pop Block, that with Other M, if you're not familiar with Tecmo's games, definitely with the Ninja Gaiden series and how hard and difficult they were, they never did camera stuff. People complained about the camera angles in Ninja Gaiden Black or Ninja Gaiden for Xbox. And I'm like, well, you actually got a fixed camera. You got some great action. You actually got a story. You get to hear Samus for the first time, even though we have a different voice in mind for her. You get to hear this. And then y'all complain about Nintendo not having a narrative game. You get a narrative game. So it was something that you're
It's
not.
not the narrative they wanted, Ed.
Well, true. It's just like people didn't know Tecmo could do this. And it was something so unexpected that it happened in a Metroid game that everybody just thought that, go back to the linear or explorative, the stuff that we know about Metroid, you know. So
Yeah.
it's just such a
Of
weird
course, we
time.
started talking about Metroid Other M
I know.
in
Yeah.
2024.
Yeah, why not?
And then you get Metroid Dread and just like, oh, this is the Metroid that we want.
To be fair, it does relate to a game I did play this morning. But yeah, I played Altered Alma this morning at the Critical Reflex booth, and it was pretty cool. I think it's coming to Switch, but I played it on a ROG Ally because the whole booth is sponsored by ROG, and everything is flashing rainbow lights, and they shove the allies in your face. I'm like, yeah, I'll just sit in this corner, guy. Just tell me who made it and who the cool artist is, and I'll just fly through this.
Did you have to use a mouse and keyboard or something?
No,
Oh,
no, they gave me like the
The
handheld
ex- yeah.
ally.
Oh, I thought you were talking about like a type of PC or something.
Oh, no, it was filled with them, and they were like, our PCs are full. Do you mind playing on a ROG Ally? I'm like, I actually prefer that because I don't play mouse and keyboard games.
Yeah, I know.
So
I remember trying demos at PAX before, and they give me that. I'm like, I don't know how to play it.
yeah, so many people today, like yesterday and today, offered me like Steam review codes or Steam keys. I'm like,
Does it come with an Xbox controller function?
I was like, I will take one for a teammate who plays PC games, but this guy is controller through and through. So it was a
yes,
nice
that's
sound
why
effect
I've
for
been
this.
using the Nintendo Pro controller
Yeah.
on Steam games. Be like,
I use my Xbox controller for Steam now.
Yeah, a lot of the PC games I tested had Xbox controllers at the ready. I'm like, thank you. The guys at Midwest Games, I said thank you for having an Xbox controller here. So,
That's pretty much every demo here.
yeah. So Greysun, I don't want to keep you too much longer, but PAX is a huge event. Is there anything you are planning to see, or just kind of taking the vibes in and meet people? And
Yeah, so I came to PAX before, like in 2019 and then 2020, and I've had many appointments those times I went. So it's very hectic, like running from appointment to appointment, literally all day,
Yep.
interviews,
Yes.
and it's so exhausting.
yep,
So I decided to just chill on this one and not really work at
yeah,
all.
nice.
I have one appointment, and it's for actually I don't know if it's gonna happen yet, but I'm supposed to interview Suda51 tomorrow.
Because he's going to be at the Grasshopper booth.
Yeah, so they have Shadows of the Damned remaster, which they just announced is launching this year.
Did you see who just joined as a side company?
Shinji.
Shinji Mikami's new
yeah.
studio.
He's working with
Their first project is helping with getting Shadows of the Dam remastered out the door.
I didn't know that. I saw
Yeah.
the Shinji Mikami stuff. I didn't know
Yeah.
it was related to.
Yeah,
That's really cool.
Yeah.
I love Shinji Mikami stuff.
yeah.
But yeah, they have Shadows of the Dam remaster here, playable.
There's a full bar setup down there too.
Yeah, you can play like blackjack with him or something.
Yeah.
Grasshopper.
The PR, the PR told me that he got sick or something, so I'm not sure if I can do the interview tomorrow. But I still made an appointment to play it anyways.
Yeah.
To have something.
Yeah, it's a cool booth.
Yeah.
I'm not a big. I played Shadows of the Damned before. I never finished it.
Yeah.
It's not one of my favorite of his. I love No More Heroes and Lollipop Chainsaw.
Yeah, that's getting remastered at some point too, right?
That's why I wanted to ask him about like, when is it coming?
Yeah,
Do you plan on remastering any other stuff?
yeah. I'll play that for sure.
I actually went to like the subreddit for No More Heroes and like Suda in general.
Yeah.
To tell him like, oh, I have an interview with him. Do you have any questions? And it blew up.
Actually,
Yeah.
can you ask him about Lollipop Chainsaw?
I was
Is he-
planning on
Yeah.
it.
Yeah,
haven't
because
seen
I
the
really
subreddit.
missed that on the PS3 360 days, and I want to play it
Yeah.
now.
I just hope they don't. I hope they don't just want to talk about Shadows of the Dam because I want to talk
Yeah.
about that game at all.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, I'm sure.
It's more like, do you want to remaster other things?
Yeah,
Is there any game you would like to remake?
yeah. That's an easy way to.
That's like a headline right there.
Yeah.
If he's
Yeah.
like, oh, I would love to remake No More Heroes. Or
Yeah.
whatever ultimate game.
Yeah,
Um,
No More Heroes full-on remake would be cool. I think. I mean, I know those remasters came out for Wii and PlayStation, but or
yeah,
Switch.
I
and
think even
PlayStation.
PS3. Yeah, PS3. I think that.
Yeah,
But yeah, that's like my only appointment. So I hope I can speak to him because that'd be really exciting. I'm also like nervous though. So
Yeah.
I'm kind of hoping he gets canceled.
yeah.
Kind of thing. I'm
I
like,
mean, that's a
it's like someone I grew up playing his games, so
yeah.
I look up to him a lot and I love his stuff.
Not to date myself, but that's how I felt talking to Atari yesterday. I was like, man, I grew up playing some of these games when I was younger, and now I'm talking. We're sitting here talking about Jeff Mentor and Llamasoft, and their new direction and everything, and Roller Coaster Tycoon and Chris Sawyer. And I'm like, oh man,
Yeah.
this is. I felt old though. It felt nice talking to somebody who was like older than me, but also like it was a good conversation.
Yeah.
So, well, Greysun, we're gonna wrap this segment up, but thank you for joining us. It's been fun. This is cool to
Yes.
see Greysun Morales in the flesh. Everybody, he's here.
I'm real.
Well, he's on your screen, but I'm sitting next to him, so it's cool for me. So, Greysun, thanks a lot. Where can we find you on the internet?
You can follow me on Twitter at Greysun Morales. And you can pretty much find me anywhere by just searching my name on Google.
Yes.
No one else has it. So,
Very unique spelling.
Yeah, you can find my work at GameRant.com.
Cool.
We have
Yes.
a lot of cool strategy guides and stuff.
Cool. Well, everybody, thanks for watching. We'll see you in the next segment with someone else cool. TBD on who it is, and we'll see you next time.
Bye, everybody.